Hi everybody, I'm Kaye Spivey, and today I want to talk to new writers. I want to talk to writers who are not published, but who are aspiring to be published in the future. Whether you're young or you're just starting off on your writing journey, there's a lot of advice out there and a lot of it can be really intimidating. So today I wanted to give you my take on writing advice and hopefully ease some of your nerves. When you're out there looking for writing advice, you're going to hear one thing over and over again, and that is write every day. Now, there is some value in writing every day. It can be really good practice to write every day for a short period of time, i.e. NaNoWriMo, when you're writing every day for a month, trying to get a certain word count, and sort of practicing writing in a larger quantity, writing in a quicker scope and in a larger scope. However, writing every day for your entire life is going to burn you out, and it's going to burn you out very quickly. The write every day idea is for people who already have a publishing contract. If you're still in school, you're working full-time, or you're working multiple jobs, that is not going to be realistic for you. You're going to burn out probably 10 times quicker than the person who is doing writing as a full-time work. And even full-time writers still take breaks. You write during the time that you're getting one novel completed, and then you give yourself some time off. In Stephen King's book On Writing, he talks about how it takes him about 3 months to write a novel, and then he takes time off from it, and then he works on editing. So he's only actually writing for 3 months at a time, and that is not an all the time thing for him. And he's an extremely prolific writer. Basically what this boils down to is that everybody needs time off, but you, especially new writer, need to not be so hard on yourself. You are not going to be able to write every day. You're not going to be able to write all day, probably quite a bit. What's more valuable right now is that you write when you want to. Right now, while you're just starting off, and especially while you're young and still in school, write when inspiration strikes. I know everyone who talks about writing advice talks about inspiration as being this big bad that you want to avoid, that you can't rely on it, that you need to create a routine to work around. That is only true once writing is your life, once you have a publishing contract. Up until that point, writing like you have a publishing contract when you're not getting paid and you're not getting feedback is going to burn you out. Keep a notebook. For me, I always use these composition notebooks, and I put stickers on the front. Ooh, it's upside down. I put stickers on the front and I put one on the back because I was at Death Valley while I started this one. You keep a notebook of all of your ideas. Now this is everything. This is song quotes that you're enjoying at the moment. This is small story ideas. This is entire short stories, entire poems. Whatever you want to put into the notebook, that's great. But keep everything. Anytime inspiration strikes, stop what you're doing. If you need to leap out of the shower, if you need to pull your car over, if you need a quick sneak right in the margins while you're in class, write down everything when you're really feeling it. Because if you gather all of those gemstones when they're fresh and exciting to you, then when it comes time to sit down and piece through them and find the story within all of that, you're going to have the pieces to mine from. If you have a collection, a journal of hidden gems, when you go to start outlining for NaNoWriMo, or you go to just start creating a story or putting together a collection, you're going to have all of that there in front of you, and putting together what you need to, getting started on the novel, is going to be quick and easy and feel refreshing. It's not going to feel like work. But if you make writing work before it is work, then it's always going to feel like work, and you're going to start to resent it. And the one thing that you really don't want to do when you're starting off as a new writer is resent what you love doing. Now, this isn't to say that writers who say write every day are wrong, because a lot of them are doing this as their job. And someday you might get to that point. Or you might get to a point where you can create a routine where maybe you're not writing all day every day, but you are writing something every day, or you're writing every week for an entire day at a time. At some point in your life, you may get to a point where creating a routine is the most valuable thing and will help you to produce the most work, the most effective work, the best work, but that's for later. Right now, starting off, write what you want to and write when you want to. When the inspiration hits you, and then go easy on yourself. You have a lot of other things going on. You're going to keep having a lot of things going on, but if writing is what you love and what you let yourself have as a reward, or what you let yourself fall into when you most want to do it, rather than creating a chore of it for yourself, you're going to succeed at being a writer. You're going to continue to love it, you're going to continue to do it, and someday the write every day advice might be more valuable to you. But right now, don't stress, don't worry about it. You've got this. Hold on to that love that you have of writing. It's gonna take you really great places. I believe in you, believe in yourself, and I will see you again soon. Bye!